Let's just quickly take a look at our pricing section. And as you can see, this is a classic pricing chart with a free plan offering some basic stuff and a pro plan, which is the one that we want to push our users to sign up on, and an enterprise customizable one for your larger clients. So let's start building. So come back to our code, and then under landing page components, you know the drill by now. Create a new component called pricing section.js and RFCE, and let's open a new section. Oops, what happened there? Section, not selection. Weird. Section. There you go. Give it a class name of bg hashtag f8 f9 fa, so sort of a off-white color, and give it an ID of pricing. And in here, let's open a max width wrapper with class name of padding y20, and inside let's open a div tag with a class name of flex column item center justify center, and in here open another div with class name bg primary slash 10% opacity rounded full padding x4 padding y2, and inside this div open a p tag saying pricing, and give this p tag a class name of text primary text extra small font medium tracking wide. So below the p, below the div, open another div with a class name of max width large text center margin top 4, and inside open a p tag with a class name of text hashtag 6b7989 text large. Actually, this should be inside the quotes, so text large, and in here let's say choose lorem ipsum. Okay, now let's start with the actual chart. So below the p, below one closing div, two closing div, and let's open a new div with a class name of grid columns 1. So on mobile device, it's gonna stack on one another, and then on medium and above, grid columns 3, so 3 columns, and then gap 7, margin y4, on medium and above, margin y10, and then text hashtag 293a51. And by the way, this is just some random color I come up with. You don't have to use this one. So the first one is free plan. Let me just put a comment here. And open a div with a class name of bg white padding 8 all around rounded extra large shadow small margin top 14, and in here open an h3 that says free, and give this h3 a class name of text 2 extra large font bold margin bottom 4 text center. Below the h3, let's open a p tag with class name font bold margin bottom 6 text center, not text clip, text center. And in here, let's say, and inside, let's say span $0. Give the span a class name of text 6 extra large, add a space here, and then another span that says slash month, so $0 per month, and give it a class name of text extra small text hashtag 6b7989. Close that. And below this p, open another p tag and then give it a class name of text center font bold text hashtag 6B7989 that says perfect for, and then your stuff, right? But for now I'm just gonna put Lorem Ipsum here. Below this p tag, let's say div class name bg hashtag f8f9fa, and then width full, padding y2, rounded small, flex, item center, justify center, font medium, margin y4. And in here, open another p tag with class name text extra small, text hashtag 6B7989, and say access to basic features. And then below the closing p closing div, open another div with class name padding x6, and in here let's do link import next link href equals. Now I'm just gonna put homepage here, but realistically you would probably want to direct your user to the sign-in page. And then class name flex item center, justify center, cursor pointer, border 2, border primary, padding x5, padding y 0.45 ram, rounded full, hover bg primary. On hover I want text to be white, font medium, text primary, transition colors, transition colors, duration 200, and then ease out. Let's close this one and then say start for free. And then after this closing link closing div, open a p tag with a class name of font medium, margin top 6, margin bottom 4. In here let's say basic features included, and then open an unordered list with a class name of text left, text hashtag 6B7989 with font medium, space y4, margin bottom 8. So the first li would say basic stuff with a check mark, so circle check. Import that from Lucid and give it a class name of size 5, shrink 0, so don't shrink, and then fill. Let's do a customized color of hashtag 39BAF6, and then text white. Close that and give this li a class name of flex gap 1.5, item center, text left. And then let's just copy this li element and then paste it once, twice, 3 times. Okay, so let's take a look. Actually, before we take a look, let's import that inside our landing page here. So pricing section. Now we can take a look. So coming to our local host, let me refresh the page, and there we go. Okay, so let's continue. The closing UL and then closing div. Let's open a new div with a class name of relative bg white. And by the way, let me just comment out this part. This is the pro plan. So bg white, padding 4, medium, padding 8, rounded extra large, shadow small, border 2, on medium and above, border 4. So this was the one in the middle, remember? That the only one that has border. And then border primary, not foreground, just primary. And then in here, let's open a div with class name of absolute top -1 rem, left 1/2 transform minus translate x 1/2. So this will position it in the middle. BG primary text white, padding x3, padding y1, rounded full, text small, font semi-bold, and in here let's say popular. So this is this part. Okay, and below this div let's do h3 pro and give this h3 a class name of text 2 extra large, font bold, margin bottom 4, text center, and below that open a p tag of class name of font bold, margin bottom 6, text center. Inside do a span, class name text 6 extra large, let's just say 999, whichever your price is, and then a space and another span, not span, span, I'm not hungry, slash year, and do a class name of text extra small, text hashtag 6B7989. Okay, and then another p tag. Actually, we can just copy that one we have right here. So copy this p tag and then paste it under this p tag, right? And then change this to ideal for just slightly different wording. You can change this to your heart's content. And then below this p tag, open a div with class name of bg hashtag f8 f9 fa width full, padding y2, rounded small, flex, item center, justify center, font medium, margin y4, and in here with a p tag that says full access to advanced features, and then give it a class name of text extra small, text hashtag 6B7989. And after this closing p tag, closing div, open a new div, class name px6, margin bottom 6. And in here, let's open another div with a class name of flexed item center, justify center, cursor pointer, padding x5, padding y 0.5 rem, rounded full, bg primary. On hover, I want bg primary but slightly opaque. Actually, 90% is good. And then font medium, text white, transition colors, duration 200, ease out. Let me actually plug in. And then in here, let's say subscribe now. And for the unordered list, we can actually just copy this whole part. So collapse it and then copy this whole thing and then paste it after one div, two div right here, paste it here, except we need to modify a few things. Let's say, so let's change all of the basics to premium, insert an extra li just before this one that says open a span here that says unlimited, and then outside the span, daily uses. Give this span a class name of font bold text hashtag 293A51. Actually, let me insert two more. 1, 2. Okay, let's take a look. Nice, nice. All right, let's continue. And the last one would be the enterprise plan. So after the li, ul, and then one closing div here says, let's add a comment saying enterprise plan. then open a div of class name bg white padding 8 rounded extra large shadow small margin top 14, and inside let's open an h3, says enter price, give it a class name, and then give it a class name of text 2 extra large font bold text center. And below that, let's open a div with class name of bg hashtag f8f9fa rounded full size 20 flex item center justify center margin x auto margin y 7. And inside, let's give it a building 2 icon from Lucid, and give it a class name of size 8 text hashtag 6b7989. And I know it's kind of tedious to type this out, so you don't have to. You can just define this color inside your Tailwind config file if you want, but I didn't do it. So, and below this div, let's open a p tag with a class name of text center font bold text. So it's the same color. Let me just copy that. And inside it says tailored to lorem ipsum lorem 10. Okay. And below this p, let's open a div with class name of bg f8f9fa with full padding y2 padding x6 rounded small flex item center justify center font medium margin y4, and inside a p tag that says full access to all features including exclusive enterprise tools access, and give this p a class name of text extra small and then the text color text center, and below the p, below the div, open another div with class name of padding x6, and then open another div, says contact us, and give this div a class name of flex item center justify center cursor pointer border 2 border primary padding x5 padding y 0.45 ram rounded full, and on hover I want bg primary, on hover text white font medium text primary transition colors duration 200 ease out. And below this div, another closing div, open a p tag with a class name of font medium margin top 6 margin bottom 4, and in here it says everything in Pro Plus. And then because it's similar to the Pro plan, so we can just copy this entire UL element. Let me copy that, then paste it just below this p tag. And then let's change the wording a little bit. Let's change that to custom stuff, and then change all of the premium to, so select and select to high-end stuff. All right, let's take a look. And so that's too many of them. Let me get rid of some. So How many did the free plan have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let me cut 2. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be good. Nice. All right, let's move on to the next part, which is the FAQ section. So let me move the arrow here. In order to achieve this smooth transition effect, as you can see here, we're gonna utilize a library called motion primitives. So let me just quickly search that. And I was using something called accordion. Actually zoom out a bit. So they have a basic accordion, not as smooth as the other one we saw, and then accordion with icons. You see it's a little bit stiff when you expand and collapse it. And they also have this accordion custom variants, so that's the one I was using. You see how the text expansion has a slight delay to give you that smooth effect? So let's actually install this first. And coming down here to the installation, copy this command. Let's come back to our code and we can close that. So open our terminal and then paste it here. Alright, so let's close our terminal and then create a new component under landing page component. Let's call it FAQ section.js. Then RFCE, get rid of that. So let's actually add a directive here saying use client, because this will be a client-side component. So let's just define a bunch of FAQs. Let's say const FAQs. And let's create an array with some objects inside. So question, and obviously put your real question and answer here. But for me, I'm just gonna copy my dummy question and dummy answers here. So question, answer, and I'm just gonna duplicate this for a few times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be enough. So let's open a section tag again, and then give it a class name of bgwhite/80 padding y20, and then an ID of FAQ. And in here, let's open a div tag with class name of max with small, on small and above max with 2 extra large, margin X auto, and in here let's do h1 frequently asked questions, and let's give it a class name of text 3 extra large, font bold, text center, margin bottom 12, capitalize. Then below the h1 tag, open a div tag with class name of space y4. Now let's iterate through those FAQs that we just created. So FAQs.map, then open another brackets, FAQ index. Let's open this function, says return, and let's open a div with key equals index here, because whenever you iterate through an array using map, you need to add this key here. And then class name bg slate 100/50, and then padding 4, padding x7. So this padding x7 will overwrite this part, because this is like padding x4, padding y4, but then immediately after I'm saying padding x7 to overwrite that padding x4. I hope that makes sense. Then rounded large on hover, give it a little bit of shadow, and then close this one. Let me add a closing div for that, and inside let's say accordion, import that, and give this accordion a class name of flex with full, flex column, give it a transition equals type spring, stiffness 120, and damping 20, and then give it variance equals expanded opacity 1, scale 1, and then collapsed opacity 0, scale 0.7. And inside, let's open a accordion item with value saying getting started. Then class name equals padding y2. And let's actually import this accordion item. In here, let's open accordion trigger, import that, and then class name with full padding y 0.5, text left, text zinc 950. Inside, let's open a div with a class name of class name of flex item center, and let's do a chevron right icon from Lucid and give it a class name of size 4, text zinc 950, transition transform, duration 200, and group data dash expanded column rotate 90, and then close that, and then open a div right below that with a class name of margin left 2, text zinc 950, text extra large font semi bold. And in here, let's render the FAQ.question. And below the accordion trigger closing tag, let's open a accordion content, import that, and then give it a class name of origin left. And inside, let's open a p tag with class name of padding left 6, padding right 2, leading relaxed, text zinc 500, and in here let's render FAQ.answer. Alright, let's add that to our landing page. So below pricing section, FAQ section, and let's take a look at our localhost here below pricing. So let's give it a try. The answer is not rendering. Actually, there is. It's just the text color is not quite right. So let me take a look. What's going on? Oh, it's because I typed text zinc 50. Should be 500. There we go. And just look how smooth it's at, hey? I really like that. All right, let's move on to our next section, which is the marquee display. Let me move my arrow here. So I've actually made a video specifically for teaching you how to display this infinite slider, but again, we are still using motion primitive and then just a different component called infinite slider. And let's come down to the installation part, copy this command, and let's do that here. Okay, cool. Now let's again create a new file here called as seen on.js, rfce. So I've actually got all the logo images here, and you can find them again in the description down below. And I'll copy the entire folder under and put it inside my public folder here. So all the brand logos will be here, and hopefully you'll be able to use them. Now let me close this, close that as well, and so it's actually pretty simple. So let me just swap this div with the component that we installed, which is called infinite slider. Import that and give it a gap of 48 reverse. So instead of going from left to right, we want it to go from right to left. Now close this one, and inside let's just open an image tag with source being /brand logos /prada font.png, and the alt tag, I'm just going to leave it empty for now, and then give it a class name of height 100 pixel, width auto, And because this is pretty repetitive work, so I'm just gonna copy all of my other images and then paste it here. Okay, and let's not forget to add that inside our landing page here, as seen on. So let's take a look. Now this looks pretty good already, but I want the images to be centered horizontally. So let me come back here and open the infinite slider file that it installed for me. And I'm gonna come down here and then under motion, so inside motion.div class name, I'm just gonna add item center. That should fix it. Yes. Awesome. So let's move on to our next section, which is testimonials. So just to jot your memory, our testimonials looks like this. Okay, let's come back here and let's create a new file called testimonials.js. Do rfce, get rid of that. So let's open a max with wrapper, and let's open a div tag with class name of text center space y5 margin y14 and an ID of testimonials. And inside, let's open an h1 tag that says 6893 happy customers. Hopefully you'll have more than that. And then give it a class name of font bold text 4 extra large. And below that, another h2 that says hear from our satisfied customers about their about their experience with our products and services. This is very generic, obviously. You need to change that. And then class name, font semi-bold, not serif, semi-bold, text extra large, text extra large. And then below this div, let's open an unordered list with class name of margin x auto on medium and above columns 2, on large and above columns 3, space y4, on medium and above space y6, on medium and above gap 6. Actually, in order to make this work, we need to install another library which is called React Tweet, so we can display all of those tweets. So if you take a look at this block, it's not handmade, right? I'm not building this from scratch. I'm using a library. So let's come back here and then let's do npm install React Tweet. So while it's doing its thing, let's continue coding. So inside the UL, let's open a li tag with a class name of break inside a void. Then let's open a figure with a class name of relative heightful widthful max width 500 pixels padding 6 rounded extra large border orange 200 bg orange 50. And inside I'm gonna open an a tag with the URL being this one. This is my own kind of testimonials for this project. I've created this public template and I made a post in Reddit, and a lot of people loved it and give me positive feedback, so that's really good. And then I'm gonna open this a tag and then open another block quote, give this block quote a class name of border b padding bottom 4 font semi-bold text large. So this person actually said, your landing page is one of the cleanest setups I have seen. Is there a video or a guide on how to set it up on my server and edit? Well, I'm doing that right now, so there you go. And let's not forget to give the a tag a target underscore blank, and then rel equals no opener, no referrer. So again, you add this in order to open a new tab, because it's kind of annoying to, open a link within the same tab. And below the closing a tag, let's open a fig caption with no class name here. So open another div with a class name of flex item center gap 4 margin top 4, and inside let's open an image tag with source being /users/avatar default 1.png. So all of those images are under public users. You can find those here. And then the alt tag, let's just give it user, and class name inline block shrink 0, pointer events none, size 12, rounded full. And below this image, let's open a div tag with class name flex column, and in here a p tag that says Reddit user, and then give it a class name of font semi-bold. And I'm just gonna duplicate this p tag, then change the class name to text small, then change the text to @user. So let me just check if the library has been installed. Yes, it was. So let us come up to the top of the component, and I'm gonna open a const tweets equals, so it's gonna be an array of all of the tweets that I want to display to people. So I'm just gonna paste it here. So all you have to do, let me show you. So let me open my Twitter, and all you have to do is say, you click on this, right? You see this URL, x.com/your username/status, and then this is the tweet ID you need to grab. Okay, let's come back here. So below our first li, let's open another li with class name of break inside a void. Then let's do tweet, and seems like it's not auto importing for me, so I'm just gonna import that for myself. Let's come to the top and then say import tweet from React tweet. Okay, so this is how you use it. So you open a tweet and then give it an ID of tweets index 0.id. Right, let me check if it actually works. So let's add the testimonial section here, testimonials, and let's see if it actually shows here. So yes, it does. Nice. Okay, let's continue. So, and then I'm just gonna keep adding more li elements, and feel free to customize the section however you want. Let me add another li, which is exactly the same as the first one that I added, but just different user, different comment. Now I'm just gonna copy the whole thing because I don't feel like typing all of them. So I'm gonna paste it here. And then this person says, nice and simple, good contribution. I didn't make this up, by the way. These are all real. If you go to the template and you click on the links, and you'll see it will direct you to the Reddit post. So after that, I'm gonna add another li of a tweet. So after that will be another li and another tweet and another user comment from Reddit and another comment and another tweet and another comment. Nice, so let's do the last one together. So open another li and then give it a class name of break inside a void, and then in here let's open a figure with class name of relative height full, width full, max width 500 pixels, padding 6, rounded extra large, border, not border claps, border gray 200, BG gradient 2 top right, from blue 200 via indigo 200, and then eventually to teal 200. Transition all, So sometimes it automatically completes for me, sometimes it doesn't, which is annoying. So transition all, duration 300, ease in out, transform, and on hover I want to rotate the div a little bit. On hover I want also to make it slightly bigger, so 105, and then on hover shadow large. And inside let's make an a tag with, now you can put whatever here, so I'm just gonna do hashtag here and open a block quote that says this could be you, try it for free today, use this template, clone to your local npm install, and off you go. And give this block quote a class name of border b, padding bottom 4, font semi-bold, text large. And below the a tag, let's open a fake caption, and then another div of class name of flex item center gap 4, margin top 4. Inside open an image of users/john.png, and alt tag we'll just say user, and give it a class name of inline block, shrink 0, pointer events none, object cover, size 12, rounded full, ring 2, ring gray 300. And below the image tag, let's open a div with class name of flex column. Then we can actually just copy what we had earlier. Did I do something earlier? Here. So let's just copy this and then paste it here. Except this will be your name. You. All right, let's take a look. Nice. That looks really cool. And this last block, I've actually seen it somewhere else at another apps landing page, and I thought it's pretty cool. You know, it adds a little bit of interaction for users, so I just copied it here. Okay, let's move on to our next section, which is the final push. We're getting close. Be patient. All right, let's come back here. So let me close that and close this as well. Let's create another file called finalpush.js and an RFCE. So let's open a section here. Give it a class name of padding top 40, padding bottom 32, padding x5, and then ID equals contact. And inside, let's open a div with class name of flex column, on medium and above flex row, max width 5 extra large, margin x auto, padding x 14, padding y 10, bg gradient to bottom right, from sky 200 via sky 300 to sky 400, and then rounded 3 extra large. And inside, let's open another div with class name of space y6. And inside, let's open an h2 with a class name of relative tracking tight, font bold, text 3 extra large, on medium and above text 4 extra large. And inside, let's open another span with class name of absolute, and then top -20 pixel, right 0. So the span will be position absolute to this h2 tag. And in here, let's add a rocket icon. So rocket from receipt, import that, class name size 10, text sky 900. Close that. And then below the span, let's say take your business to the next level. And below the h2, let's open a p tag with class name of text large, font medium, leading relaxed, text gray 700. And then I'm just gonna put some dummy data here, lorem times 30. And below the p tag, let's open another div. It says class name with full on large and above with 1/4. Then inside, let's open a link from next link, and then you can link it to wherever you want. And then class name, let's import cn, and then button variants, give it a size large, flex, item center, justify center, group, padding x4, and then do a span that says start now. And below the span, let's do arrow right, class name margin left 1.5, transform, size 4, transition transform, duration 300, ungroup hover, translate x1, and close it. And let's import that here. So final push. All right, let's take a look. So let's come back to our, it seems like I've messed up the button a little bit. So let me come back here and see where did I mess that up. It's probably this extra space here. So let's take a look. All right, we're almost done. So just hang there. So let's move on to our last section, which is the footer. So come back here and create another component called footer.js. And let's do rfce, and let's open a footer element, give it a class name of border top, border gray 200. And inside, let's open a max width wrapper with a class name of padding y14, padding bottom 20, flex column, item center, justify center, on medium and above, item start, on medium and above, justify between, on medium and above, flex row. And in here, let's open another div with a class name of max width 16 rem, flex column, space y4, 4, item center, justify center, on medium and above, item start, on medium and above, justify normal. And inside, let's do a link, import that, and let's give it an href of slash, and then class name flex, item center, z-index 40. Actually, this is not necessary. So font bold, text large, and then your logo goes here. And below that, let's do a p tag with a class name of text gray 700, on medium and above, text 0.875 rem, font medium, text center, on medium and above, text left. And in here, let's say lorem. All right, and below that, let's do a small, and then class name margin bottom 2, block, text gray 700, select none, and it will say your app ampersand copy semicolon new date dot get full year, and then dash all rights reserved. So this will create that copyright mark for you. So let's take a look here. Footer is not defined. Did I not import that? I thought I did. All right. Yeah, so you see it here. You see the symbol here, copyright. Okay, so let's continue. Below the closing div, let's open another div with a class name of flex column, a medium and above flex row, gap 10, a medium and above gap 24, margin top 10, a medium and above margin top 0. And in here, let's open another div with class name of flex column, not flex column, item center, medium and above item start, padding x4. And inside, let's do a h3 of links, and then class name font semi-bold, text gray 400, margin bottom 2. Then below that, let's open an unordered list with class name of space y2, text gray 600, text small, text center, then on medium and above text left. And then let's open our first li with a class name of hover over underline, and hover over, we want underline offset 2. And in here, let's just do a tag that says support, and we'll do hashtag support. And actually, let me switch out the a tag with link, and we'll just copy this li a few more times. So once, twice, then change this to FAQ, change the href to FAQ, and then change this to pricing, and pricing as well. So below the closing UL and closing div with another div to go, let's open another div with class name of flex column, item center, on medium and above item start, padding x4. Then open another h3 that says legal, and open a class name font semi-bold, text gray 400, margin bottom 2. And then below that, another UL element, so class name of space y2, text gray 600, text small, text center, medium and above text left. And because they are pretty much the same, so I'm just going to copy the above li element and put it here, and then just modify the text saying privacy policy, and this one will be terms of service. And obviously you want to change your routing to fit those pages. All right, let's take a look. Nice. So if you have followed through until this point, really good job, and you can give yourself a pat on the back. Now, I forgot to mention that this is actually the whole thing is mobile responsive, of course. Let's take a look. Nice. And I've actually made this a public template. Let me just show you. So if you like the structure and you don't want to type everything out yourself, I made this a public template, meaning anybody can use it. You can just clone this file to your local or download the file and modify it to your heart's content. So thank you so much for following along this course. I hope you learned something, and drop a comment below if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer you. And remember to give this video a like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.